Hi, it's Art here at OFC 2026. Joining me, we have Chris McCormick, product manager. Yeah, product manager from Marvell. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Thank you for being here. And we're lucky to have you for a second time. One was in Copenhagen, now in California.
That's right.
So
we're international.
So for someone seeing a liquid-cooled CPO switch for the first time in person, how is that being compared to a traditional air-cooled CPO switch with pluggable optics?
If this Ethernet switch was air-cooled exclusively, we might have to be 2 or 3 times bigger on the front plate. Also, in terms of what's on the inside, a traditional Ethernet switch would have copper traces or copper cables coming out to the faceplate where the optical modules are. So in this system, underneath this cold plate, there's optical engines that convert the electrical signal into optical, and then the signal runs out to the faceplate over these fiber optic cables.
Okay, so obviously you touched on a very interesting subject, which is there aren't any electrical traces on the switch. They're being replaced by fiber. So what does that actually enable?
So the faster that electrical speeds get, the more difficult it is to route them far distances. Okay. So from 100 gigs per second SerDes to 200 gig to 400 gig SerDes, the distance that you can run those traces becomes less and less. So every generation it becomes more complicated to use exclusively copper and still get it to the front or the back of the box. So co-packaged optics allows us longer reaches to be able to convert to optical, where then from that point, the reach is much farther.
This platform brings a lot of complexity, as we can see. So from Marvell's perspective, how important is ecosystem collaboration?
It's essential. I mean, these boxes are immensely complex. It brings together technologies from different domains, and all of them are necessary for us to achieve this type of integration.
Okay.
So I think you could see that just last week in the news with different MSAs and different supplier agreements that are coming out. It takes a lot of different companies to come together to create a box like this.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And it's not an easy thing. I mean, I'm assuming it's either months or years in the making, right? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the complexity of the overall project, but each of the underlying technologies that go into it are years in the making. For example, Marvell has been working on silicon photonics development for over 10 years.
What excites you most about where this co-package platform is headed next?
I think CPO in general is just getting started, right? We're at an inflection point and the future is really exciting. 6 months ago in Copenhagen, we were talking about manufacturability and we were talking about reliability. And now the conversation has shifted to supply chain and how much of these can we make in a month. So the conversation is moving at such a rapid pace. There's a lot of great engineering work that's going into these systems to meet the future demands that are coming our way.
That inflection point, where do you see that? Do you have where would that be? Is it 6 months, a year, in your perspective?
I think there are companies that are going to be deploying CPO systems this year. For the inflection point, you asked me 6 months ago and I said probably 2028, but things are moving so quick now, I think now it might even be sooner than that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's good. Chris, I appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Everyone watching, Chris McCormick from Marvell here at the Senko booth in front of the Teralynx switch. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.